Okay, back at the right front fender on the 37 here. Let's have a look. And my main concern is this kink here, which almost certainly is a result of this being pushed back. So I'm applying a little tension there. I'm actually pulling on that pretty good. I have to pull against here because when I pull against something else, it'll pull the car off the stands. So I've put a screwdriver handle in there so that I'm not stressing out one particular point on the fender. And there we go. So there's our collapsed area on the fender lip. So anything we do has to start with making sure that that can relax. So I'm going to start there. Now we're also going to see how much old repairs we got here. This has all been repaired before. You can see grinder marks and primer and all kinds of bullshit. So I don't know. This is a separate damage though. I think, judging by the way it's cracked here, this is not something that was neglected last repair. This is something that's happened pushing the car around, and very likely it's related to this little dinger here. So anyhow, whatever. This is small change compared to this here. So I'm going to be pushing in on the fender while I try to unfold this flat spot here. And we'll see how that goes. Might go, might not go. What we're watching for is this to go in. We're trying to push this and unfold this kind of at the same time. So I'm going to do a little of one, and then we're going to do a little of the other. Now we're going to get in there. We're going to try straightening this kink up a little bit. And not too worried about the paint here because I do plan to blend out some of these repairs. Don't know how much yet. Not super worried about perfect paint on this, but we'll see. I find a dolly with something. Oh, look at that. That's even got the radius this way and the profile that way. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. Just grab the lip and fold it down a bit so I can get in there. Let's fold it up on itself here. Bring that inside there. Yeah, it's actually pretty reasonable there. So a few taps. As it's kinked, it's made a low spot in the radius. So I'm trying to go beating it in and up to try and restore the original shape. Have to get a little more tappy with it. Okay, just a few different shapes and tools, whatever. The obvious way is to pry that lip kink out. If I can get this little kink to change, it'll be okay. It's getting it slowly. It's not happy about it. Still needs another bit of this. Still a little sharp, so and then when you get here, it's kind of the opposite. This is all pushed in, and this is old repaired. It's not great, so that is a different situation. And we'll go back to the old WAP right here. And again, we're going to lose enough paint here that it's not going to be, this is all pushed in from before, and my part's looking not too bad, but it's still got to come. This whole thing is kind of a mess, actually. Part of the reason this looks kinked is this is low. So I'm trying to bring this out in here now. Well, it sucks when the paint comes off, because the paint's actually pretty helpful when doing this kind of thing, to just show you how it's going. It looks like we've gotten it far enough that my rope has come loose. So that's good, because that was under a lot of tension, and now it is not. So, got to come out a little more there. And here. And we got all the old repair in there. I don't know how much of that I care about, honestly. I just want to get these baddies out of here. There goes the paint, but we knew that was coming, so. Quick scuff inside. So there's still a kink on the inside. The shape is back, but there's this little ding here. I don't know. Just trying to get one of those forks in it. There's no room to swing a hammer. There, we got the shape back. So, I'm going to tidy up the edge and we'll have a look in a minute here. Well, this is how far we got on the fender this week. So I just thought we'd have a little update here. So, this is where it's kinked out and folded flat. Get a light here. 95% of the kink out of that wheel lip, so we'll be doing a little more there, but I think it's close enough that we can carry on with the rest of the repair. Again, we're dealing with an old repair here, so they didn't, when they repaired this wheel edge, they didn't quite get it out far enough, so it was making this look worse than it was. And you can see, if we put the light just so, there, you see all the paint and old thick primer there is starting to crack. Anyhow, when we start seeing that this dent repair is going to basically run into this one we did before, then we can see that we're going to be probably having to refinish this, at least partially refinish the fender. Nevertheless, it's starting to regain its original shape, and you can see part of the problem we had here is another old repair here that was nowhere near this. This was all like this, so I've been pushing it back out this way, and that's helping take the extra metal from here and put it down here, and we've got it pulled ahead to the point where the screwdriver fell out, and I'm working on this lip here, and I see we have a crack there, so that is something that we'll probably have to deal with. So anyhow, this fender, obviously the worst of the two, but not a big deal. And I can still feel a bit of a ridge here because this was not brought out far enough when they fixed it last time. And it's all pretty small change, but we are definitely going to go further into this repair. There's no way that this is stable to drive. Water will get behind here. You can see I can just pick all this paint off, right? All of this is barely hanging on there. So all the factory paint is not giving any problem at all. Anywhere that there was factory paint, still intact. I was able to pound the dents out without really affecting the paint at all. But the problem is the repairs from before are cracking off, and it's just, you know, back in the day that lacquer primer did not adhere like we have the materials today. So this is very typical of this situation, but we're not dealing with any old Bondo. These repairs were done back in the lead and lacquer days, so there's no Bondo to dig out. I'll sand all this off next time, and maybe we'll hit it with a file, and we'll see how much further we can get. The idea here is to do the repair in kind of the style of the repairs that were done in the day, so that'll be get it as close as you can, heavy coat of lacquer, and then just try and dust it in. Should be fun. Everything else looking very nice in here. Sorry about the flashy light. I don't know why this one, out of all the lights, seems to flash at a rate that the camera picks up, but we'll talk to the lighting department. Very soon we'll be on to brakes and you know, the rest of the fun stuff. But meanwhile, I wanted to get a few of these little dingers out of it while we had a chance. I just want to say thanks to everybody who ordered a Fury t-shirt from the second run of shirts. We are getting them printed now, and they'll be in the mail as soon as possible. So thank you very much, guys. I wasn't expecting to sell very many, and it turns out it was worth doing. So very, very cool of everybody. Thank you so much. Right, now we'll get this puppy done, because who doesn't want a 37 Chevy t-shirt? It's a regular contributor.
Same old shit.